Welcome to the Expert in You podcast, the show for professional entrepreneurs, experts, authors, speakers, coaches, and consultants who are ready to elevate their business, expand their influence, and boost their bank accounts. Join us as we dive deep with industry-leading experts who share their top strategies, invaluable insights, practical tips, and personal experiences to help you achieve extraordinary growth and success. Whether you're looking to sharpen your skills, stay ahead of the curve, or find that competitive edge, this podcast is your ultimate resource for unlocking your full potential. So tune in, get inspired, grab your coffee, and let's unlock the expert in you. Are you a consultant who is ready to grow your business, but you don't want to work harder? Today, I'm going to share with you how to grow your consulting practice without working harder. I see so many great consultants who can't grow. They get stuck in their business. They are overworked. They are underpaid. And I want to share with you how you can fix these things. We're in a new year. This is your greatest opportunity. My name is Carden, and I help consultants and elite experts really grow and scale their business with premium high-end clients. So today I want to share with you 4 of the biggest mistakes I see consultants make. Many of my clients have made these mistakes. And when you fix these, your business can go to brand new heights, and you can grow a business that not only gives you more freedom, but it makes more money. So let's dive in. The first thing I want to talk about is the 4 biggest mistakes that I see consultants make. And then I'm going to also be sharing with you how to fix those things along the way. Okay, so there are 4 major mistakes that consultants make that are keeping them stuck. And the first mistake that I see is the way they have packaged and priced their services. So their pricing is a problem. It's a problem, number one, to their income and their revenue, but it's also a problem in keeping them overworked. So some of the things that I have helped my clients fix and that I see consultants doing everywhere is they are thinking of themselves like an employee versus a business owner. They're thinking of themselves like an employee versus a business owner. And they're doing things like charging by the hour. Let me tell you why this is not a good opportunity for you. Because first of all, if you've been around for any length of time and you're great at what you do you realize that you're actually going to make less money charging by the hour than someone who's not as good as you, where it will take them longer to get the job done? Now, does that really seem fair to you? You're great at what you do. You're an expert. You're experienced, and yet you're making less money than someone who's maybe just coming into consulting or just coming into doing the job. So you don't want to put yourself in really what I call the low value bucket. And if you restructure the way you're pricing your services, you will change everything in your business because now you can charge for the value. So the first thing I want to talk about is charging by value and not by the hour or even by the day. I see a lot of consultants charging by the day. Now, I've had consultants that have said, well, Ann, but the people that I work with, that's the way they're used to paying. They're used to paying people by the hour. And here's what I say to them. This is your business. You determine how people will pay you for your expertise. So if they don't see the value or they're not willing to pay you what you're asking, you need better clients, or you need to do the other things that I'm going to talk about because you've got a breakdown somewhere in your business. They're not seeing you as an expert who deserves to get paid top dollar. So you want to make sure when you're pricing your services that you are looking at the value that will bring to the business, to the person that you're working with. And then what is that worth? And if you're really good at what you do, you'll know the amount of time it takes you to accomplish a job. You'll be able to determine your pricing so that you can make the money that you deserve to make. And one of the things that I tell people when I'm working with them and I help them 3 or even 10 times what they're getting paid per client is I say, how long did you invest both in time and in experience to learn what you've learned? And it's always exponential. They always say to me, I worked years, or I went, and did you go to school for that? How many certifications did you acquire? How much uh, education did it require for you to learn? That could have even been training programs or mentors. It doesn't matter. What are all the things that you have done that have built your expertise? And are you getting paid for those things? Because if you're the shortcut, if you're the speed for your clients, they don't have to go out and make the mistakes. They don't have to waste money. They can trust that you can come in and do the job efficiently and get it done better than anyone that they could probably go out and look for to bring into their company. But you have got to set that standard in your business and not be treated like an employee in their company, and not be treated like an extra pair of hands. People will treat you how you allow them to treat you. And so you want to establish the value of what you bring to the table and then price your services accordingly. So, what kind of an impact can you have when you actually go in and do the work with your clients? What does that do for them? And then look at, how do I need to be pricing? What is that worth? I remember about 15 years ago when I first started coaching, and I worked with a small business owner, and I wanted to see if I could transfer all of my business experience and knowledge and skills of building businesses to someone else's business. And I said to this particular first client, I said, let me see if I can help you. And this is what I'm going to charge. And it was a small amount of money. And I told her I would work with her for 90 days and I was going to charge this much. But in the very first week, she ran a 300% increase in her store. And my second client, in the very first hour I sat with her, I discovered a $500,000 opportunity that was sitting right in their business that they didn't even see. And it was then I said, oh my gosh, I just gave away what took me 40 years or 30 plus years to learn. And all the mistakes and the pitfalls and everything, all the wastes that I had along the way. And I just gave away the knowledge that I acquired to help them go make $500,000 right out of the gate. So when I realized that, I thought I totally underpriced myself, and I started looking for a better way to do things. And so my question is, are you treating yourself like an employee? Are you treating yourself like an extra pair of hands in your clients' businesses or in those jobs that you're doing? Because this is the first problem. You have got to shift your mindset and realize, I am a business owner. I'm not a consultant. I'm not an extra pair of hands. I'm not an employee. I am a business owner. I am an entrepreneur. I have a business to run. And when you start establishing that in your mind, and you start thinking of yourself as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you'll start making better decisions and different decisions and treating yourself differently. And when you treat yourself differently and you start looking for ways to grow your business instead of like get the next consulting job, then your clients will start stepping up to the plate as well. You'll start attracting better clients. And if you have a client that says, no, we're not going to pay by the value. No, we pay by the hour. Then you make the decision that they're not the right client for you, because they're probably going to be a low value client. They're going to be very difficult to work with in most cases. And so you want to make sure that you're bringing in the best clients. And this means you have to start acting like an expert and treating yourself like an expert that you are. I have yet to work with anyone who wasn't exceptional at what they did, but everything that they were doing was not getting them to the levels they wanted because they weren't structuring things in the right way. They were making these pricing mistakes. And here's the other thing. There's nothing that puts up more resistance between you and a client than if you're charging by the hour. Why? Because they want you to get it done quick, so they don't have to pay you more, right? But if they're paying you by the value for what you're going to deliver and what you're going to do for them, all of a sudden it breaks down that wall, and they just want the job done right. And you should be able to tell them how long it will take. And then that will be their expectation. See, their expectations are what you put out there to them on that delivery. So change the way you are pricing. You will start bringing in better clients. You'll be able to grow your business. You'll have more money. And you'll love your business more because you'll have clients that respect and value you. So step number 1 is pricing. And by the way, these are 4 P's that I'm going to talk about. The second mistake I see that keeps consultants working harder is they're not positioned well in the market. Their positioning is not strong. When your positioning is not strong, when you don't look like an expert and an authority and brilliant at what you do, that's how you're going to be treated. You'll get passed over by the best clients. You will have to a lot of times take clients that aren't the best fit for you or don't want to pay you a lot, or again, those low value clients. I want you to think about this. If you don't look like the go-to person in your space, in your niche, then you will miss opportunities. You'll miss the best clients. You'll think about the people you admire, the go-getters, the people that are out there. It's like, whoa, they are doing big things. They're amazing at what they do. That's what positioning is. Positioning is the outside perception people have of you and what you do. If I Google you right now, here's a really quick little test. If I Google you right now, will I be able to clearly see what you are known for, how credible you are, how amazing you are, results that you've had, the big hitters that you've worked with? Would I see all of that if I Googled you, or if I even went and looked at your LinkedIn profile? Would I see that? In most cases, I don't. And the reason this is so important is because this is what clients are seeing. This is what prospects are seeing. And so if you don't have strong positioning, your message is not on point, you don't look like a credible expert, you haven't positioned yourself well online, because they will Google you, you're going to miss out on the best clients, and you're going to miss out on the bigger opportunities, and even referrals. Even referrals won't come to you as much. See, people that want to pay premium pricing want to work with the best. That's just a fact. And so if you don't look like the best, you might be the best. And in most cases, the people that I work with, the clients I work with, they're excellent. Oh my gosh. They do not lack in skill set. They don't lack in knowledge. They don't lack in experience. They're amazing. They're brilliant. But if they don't look that way, then other people don't know that. It's like being the best kept secret. And that's not going to grow your business, right? That will not grow you. So guess what? You're going to work harder. You're going to stay overworked because you're working with the wrong clients at too low of prices. You're going to miss out on clients. So you're always going to be chasing and looking for, okay, who's next, and looking for the next thing. You're going to miss out on referrals. So you're making your business harder. And this is why people stay over. This is one of the reasons people stay overworked, because people don't clearly see that they're different, that they're better, that they're more credible. They're not the go-to. They're not the go-to person in their space. And so you get passed over. So the first step was your pricing, fix your pricing, charge by the value. And the second is you need strong positioning. Positioning is the foundation for your entire business. It's everything from your brand to your message, to your credibility, to what you are known for, to your experience. If people can't easily look at you and say, oh my gosh, this is the person we need to hire, then you're making your business harder. So I can't stress this enough. Positioning is the foundation for your business, and it should be congruent. Your positioning should be congruent. When people Google you, when they come across you, when they see you on LinkedIn, they see you on any platform, any social platform, are you positioned as the go-to authority and as the expert? And is that congruent and consistent all the way across channels? So if I Google you, I'm going to see over and over again, this is what you're known for. This is what you're an expert at. This is what you're brilliant at doing. Oh, wow, look who you've worked with. Look how credible you are. Testimonials, social proof, all of these things are part of positioning. If you're not positioned well, you get passed over. You miss out on the best. You miss out on the opportunities that are really out there. And by the way, the consulting industry is over $200 billion a year. $200 billion a year. Are you getting your piece of that pie? Are you, without being overworked? All right. So step number 1, pricing. Step number 2, positioning. Step number 3, promotion. if you don't have sales, marketing and sales systems put into your business where you are bringing in clients like clockwork, you're filling your pipeline, you're turning those into conversations. From the conversations, you're getting clients for exactly what you want to get them for. If you don't have marketing and sales systems, you are always going to be chasing the next job, the next project, the next client, or sitting there waiting for referrals. If you want to get off the revenue up and down roller coaster that so many consultants stay on, you have got to put in marketing and sales systems. There are certain things that you have to be doing consistently. One of the problems with consultants is they take on the wrong clients. Then they have so much work and so much to do with that job. They're not everything's not structured right, so their delivery is keeping them overworked and exhausted. And then they quit marketing. They quit doing what they did to bring that client in because they don't have systems in place. And then they are sitting around waiting for the next client. Hi, friend. I have an exciting announcement. I hope you're enjoying this episode of Expert in You podcast, but I have to ask you, have you checked out the latest issue of Expert in You magazine yet? It's jam-packed with rich content, powerful strategies, inspiring stories, and so much more to help you elevate your business and personal growth. Don't miss out. Go grab your digital copy now and join our community of experts making a difference every day. Go to expertinyoumagazine.com and check out your digital copy today. Transform your expertise into success with Expert in You magazine. It's not just a publication, it is a movement. In the meantime, other people are getting those clients because they have marketing and sales systems in place. So if you want to get consistent revenue growth month over month, you've got to have marketing systems that continue to run for you. There are two things that I want to talk about here in marketing. One is your influence system. This is where you're consistently building your brand, your thought leadership, you're doing big things, you're out there, you're in the spotlight, you're showcasing your expertise. People can easily see it's part of the positioning, but it goes beyond that. You have to continue to grow your personal brand. You have to continue to elevate that, to be doing big things, to be out there, to be seen everywhere. So that's the influence system. But you also need a lead generation system. And a lot of people are doing one or the other, but they're rarely doing both. Like they might be posting, they might be doing content, maybe they're writing articles, but they're not doing consistent lead generation. And this is why they stay stuck. This is why they stay on that up and down revenue roller coaster. So you want two sides to your marketing, build your influence system. That never stops. That stays. You consistently are doing that to keep yourself relevant in the market, to keep yourself in the spotlight, top of mind, all of those things. And then the second piece of this is lead generation. So you've got to build that lead generation system. And then you want to turn those leads into conversations, right? You want to turn those leads into prospects. So what are your systems in your business to help you do this? If you don't have them, you have gaps and missing pieces in your business that are going to keep you overworked and absolutely underpaid for what you deserve to make. All right. So if you can 3 to 10 times what you're making per client, you can 3 to 10 times your business. And if you want clients like clockwork, then you've got to be positioned well. You have to have systems in place to consistently be feeding your business, getting you into conversations. If you could get into 10 or 20 conversations or 40 conversations a month, don't you believe you could get clients? Yes, right? All right. So number 4, the biggest mistake I see in consulting practices is what I call profitability. But here's the problem. You're not scalable. You're not scalable. You're overworked. It's the way you're packaging your services. It's your revenue model. The model that you have is keeping you overworked. So here's an example. You're doing too much custom work. You haven't specialized. You haven't packaged up signature offers. And when you don't do that, now you are trying to work with everybody to do all things. Well, number one, it makes your positioning very difficult. It makes your marketing very difficult. You're going to get paid less because you're really not going to know what you should charge for what you're doing. But when you build a revenue model that is premium, where you have signature premium offers, where it is clear what you do and how you work with people, a lot of that stuff is going to be rinse and repeat, and you're not reinventing the wheel all the time. If you're consistently reinventing the wheel with every single client, you're never going to get out of the grind. You're always going to stay overworked. You should have a framework. You should have a signature framework or a signature system that you take your clients through. And I always say your signature system should be anywhere from 3 to 5 big buckets, but then it's positioned for the overall result, outcome, or transformation you get your clients. So there can be multiple things that you do within that framework, but it should still be positioned in a way that it looks like there's only 3 to 5 big buckets that you work in. And then your overall signature program should show an outcome or a transformation. If you look behind me here, my Expert in You $1 Million Accelerator is my system. It's my program. And actually, I'm taking you through it. First is your packaging and pricing. Second is your positioning. Third is your promotion. What marketing and sales strategies do you have in place? There are multiple ways to market your business as a consultant. LinkedIn is a goldmine for that. But there are so many other ways, stepping up your game, stepping into the spotlight, so many things you could be doing. But then the fourth thing is profitability. If you want to be profitable, you've got to be scalable, because you will max out if all you're doing is taking on projects. Your revenue model is not keeping you in, like your revenue model is not helping you grow your business month over month over month. You've got to change the revenue model that you have. And I always believe in premium. I see a lot of consultants that they'll say, oh, I'll create a little bitty course or a little bitty program or something like that, and I'll just sell that for passive income and I'll bring in more revenue like that. And that isn't the model I teach. Not that that can't be done down the road, but for most consultants, they need a $1 million business before they ever go that route. And most consultants, you could be getting a client for $1 million. Now, I don't recommend you ever only have one client or two clients, but you have the opportunity to be getting paid big dollars. A good example, and I know if you've been following me for any length of time, you probably heard me talk about this, but I had a client who was selling herself so small, and we restructured everything in what she could do, and we reframed her offer and gave her a signature offer. And she was able to go back to an existing client and turn that small client into a $413,000 a year client. That client didn't even realize she could do everything that she could do because she didn't have a signature framework. She didn't have a clear offer that she was brilliant at doing. She was just like selling her stuff. So if you don't have clear signature offers that can keep you in a framework, but also in a system where you're not always reinventing the wheel, you're missing out on scalability. You're going to have a problem scaling, which means you don't want to be in the place where if I bring on more clients, I'm killing myself, right, to make more money. You don't want to do that. So you build the revenue model to make the money that you want. So here's what this looks like. Maybe you only want to work with 10 clients. Maybe you want $1 million business. I would say to you, would you like to work with 4 clients? Would you like to work with 10 clients? Would you like to work with 5 clients? Would you like to work with how many clients? And then that's the offer we build. That's the offer you want. If you say, I want to make $5 million, how many clients would that be? Would that be 5 $1 million clients? Would that be 10 $500,000 clients? Then let's build that offer. And then let's put the positioning and the marketing and everything behind that. So you start with where you want to go, and then everything else gets built around that. I like to call it your $1 million offer, your $1 million brand, and your $1 million marketing and sales systems. It's really your $1 million business, but it could be beyond that. But if you haven't done this in your business, you're just out there chasing clients, getting the next project, doing all the custom work, not getting paid what you deserve. You don't look like the expert. You're getting passed over. So all of these 4 things can help you redefine your business and have a business that now can grow, can scale. You love it. You become known for it. You are the go-to authority in your market, and people are sending you business. They're referring to you because of what you do and what you are capable of doing. Also, this encompasses who are the best people for you to work with for that signature offer that you have, that signature defined offer. It's much easier to go out and market when you know who you're looking for and what you can help them do. What is that transformation, that outcome, that brilliance, that expertise that you have that people would be fortunate to get you for? What is that? And have you built your business around that? That is your gold. That's your gold mine. And most people aren't doing that. They're just out there selling their time, selling their services. There's no structure. There's no positioning. They look like a jack of all trades. They don't look like a specialist. They don't look like somebody that high level clients would hire or bring in because they don't trust them, or they don't see them as credible, or they're not sure, they're skeptical, they're not sure they can do what they say they can do. And all of this is going to keep you overworked and underpaid. So let me repeat these 4 things again. I want to ask you, pricing. Are you charging by the hour? Are you charging by the day? Or are you charging by the value? Are you getting paid big dollars for the clients that you're working with? And here's the thing, if you're not, you might need to raise the perceived value. So maybe the value that you actually bring, it doesn't look like it. Like the client can't see it. If the client can't see the value that you're bringing, they're not going to pay you the money they're going to pay you. But when you step up your pricing and you step up the value and you have a high perceived value, the client should say, that sounds really reasonable, or that sounds good to us. That's great. Okay, that's a very different place to be in. Instead of them trying to nickel and dime you or get you down, or no, we're not going to pay that. The other thing is, you want to be positioned in the market so that you look completely different from everyone else, so that they don't price shop you. They don't go look around. They just look at you and say, this is who we want. That's a very different sales conversation. Wouldn't you agree? When people are like, this is who we want. This is who we want to help us. This is the person we're going to hire. The other thing that I want to say along with this as well, and I didn't bring this up earlier, but I want you to start thinking of yourself as more of a trusted advisor and a business owner. And I did bring up being a business owner and an entrepreneur, but also a trusted advisor. When you can position yourself as a trusted advisor to companies and to businesses to help them accomplish what it is they're looking for, where your genius is, where your sweet spot is, and your expertise, when you can help them bring you in as a trusted advisor, you get to now work less and you get to make a lot more because you are more valuable to that company. So a lot of you are underselling, you're undervaluing your experience and your expertise. And so that leaves you underselling, and it leaves them not treating you the way you really should be treated for what you know and what you've learned and what you can do. So I hope this has been helpful for you. I want you to book a call with me if you want some help doing this in your business. This is what I do with people. Often I not making any revenue claims. I would have to take a look at your business. You have to do the work, right? But for many people, we're able to 3 or even 10 times what they're getting paid per client. And then we can put systems in place so that they're not always out there chasing, but they've got clients coming to them. The idea is to keep your business growing like clockwork, right? You want consistency. You want to be able to grow that revenue. And maybe you just need some scalability into your business and into what you're doing, so that everything is not dependent on you. And that's how you can grow. So start thinking like a business owner, like an entrepreneur, like the true expert that I'm sure you are, because you've probably spent years learning and doing what you do, but you just don't have the pieces dialed in. And it's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you overworked. It's keeping you underpaid. I want to help you fix that. So go ahead and book a call with me at acarden.com. Let's have a conversation around you getting in a better place in your business. How much money do you want to make? And then do you have the offers and the support to be able to accomplish that in your business? Take a look at the 4 areas that I talked about and see where you have gaps and a breakdown and missing pieces. And look, you have to do these things in sequence. There has to be an order. If you go out and market and you're not positioned well, you're going to burn up leads. You're going to miss opportunities. Your marketing's not going to work. It's only going to work so well. And so these things have to be done in order. You're first get that revenue model dialed in, that pricing. What are you going to be known for? What is it you're going to sell? And then what's that positioning? And then the promotion comes after the positioning. When that positioning is spot on and it's exactly what people are looking for, and you're the go-to person, you look like the go-to credible expert. Now put the juice behind it. Now put that on steroids and put in marketing and sales systems that bring in leads consistently and turn those leads into conversations. And there's so many ways to do this, but it's a customized approach for everyone because it depends on who you're going after. There are different ways to reach different people. And so I can't tell you, oh, you need to be doing this, because until I know who you're trying to attract for your services, I don't know what is going to be the best marketing fit for you. But we get all that in place. And then finally, do you have a revenue model? How profitable are you going to be if you can't scale? So you've got to be able to scale your business and continue to grow. And you want to stay relevant in the market. So let me help you. Let me know your takeaways. God bless you. Have an amazing day. This can be an incredible year for you. The opportunities are out there. Let's get your piece of it if you're serious about really growing your business. All right, we'll talk next time. Bye-bye. Thank you for tuning in today. If you're as excited as I am about scaling up your influence, business, and bank account, then I have just the thing for you. But first, make sure you subscribe to the show. Second, make sure you share it with someone you care about, because sharing is caring. And third, head on over to join me in my next free virtual exclusive workshop, where we'll explore proven strategies to boost your business and maximize your potential. Look, it doesn't matter if you're just starting out or if you're looking to take your business to the next level, my workshops are designed for you. So head on over to expertinyouworkshop.com to reserve your spot and get ready to transform your expertise into extraordinary success. I'm looking forward to seeing you there and helping you achieve incredible growth. Until next time, make sure you're always seeking the expert in you, and God bless. Have an amazing day.